Silence in the back, silence. All right. Welcome to the weekend show with Mediumjay. Today we got a guest. We finally got the guest. My buddy George. I don't know. You don't have to say your last name or anything like that. We don't want to give your government name out there. But
all right.
I met George. When did I meet you? I met you like
3 years ago.
when I moved into this spot. Started because I remember I used to live in this building when I was young. I used to live like my mom bought her place and I kind of grew up here.
Yeah.
But then she moved me out to North Kildonan.
Yeah.
And then I lived out in North Kildonan for like high school, and then about after a couple of years after high school, she moved me back in here.
Yeah.
And then I met Ricky, and Ricky's like, "Oh, I got a spot if you want to get out of your mom's place." And I was actually right at that time looking to get out of my mom's place, so I moved back in here. Yeah. And then sure enough, I met George and fucking had some few drinks together. I remember. When was the first time we fucking actually hung out? I think it was you had that Malibu.
Malibu was
remember? Yeah, you had that Malibu, and I think it was last year, right?
Yeah.
You know, last year, like fucking pandemic, right? It was summertime. I think it was like August, and you're just sitting there with I think with Todd, right?
Todd over there, yeah.
Fucking drinking, and you're like, you fucking want some drinks, and I was like, I was stressed out for some reason. I was like mad, and I guess I was lonely or something, and it was just such a freeing experience to just hang out and just sit outside and just talk shit. Like felt like King of the Hill, to be honest.
Yeah.
Felt like we were just drinking, and everybody was like, you know, I looked at everybody walking by, and they're all stuck in their commute. They're like kind of stressed out, and I seen that they were kind of I guess bugged down from the system. And I just remember just being like, man, this is such a freeing thing. We're just having drinks outside, drinking Malibu rum, and it was just such a we didn't have a care in the world, eh?
No.
Like it was fucking really fun, man. And those times, I'm glad that you like said, hey, do you want to fucking drink? Cause
if I didn't say, hey, you want to drink, Todd, Jeff, you would have probably said no. But I actually talked you into having a drink with me.
Yeah.
And we smoothed things over. We never got mad at each other. We always treated ourselves as equals. We always treated ourselves like good friends, and we all had a really good time from that day forward.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Like if you never said, "Hey, fucking Jeff, you want to come have a drink?" Probably we wouldn't be here right now. That's just it's weird how like
so life is
ripple effect. I guess one little action in the past, can change your whole experience, man. But I just want to talk about like your like
my childhood.
Yeah, we'll start from the beginning, man. Like, cause like you grew up, you were born in 70 or
born in 66.
66, okay.
I lived most of my life in St. Boniface.
Yeah.
With my old man, my dad.
Yeah.
Mom and dad got divorced after 7 years of marriage, so my mom got custody of me, and we took that step from there. Then years went by, and my dad, 86, passed away. So I only lived with him for a couple of years, but I've always known him all my life. Every week, my mom would give me my dad for reservation to come see him every week, and we had a really good time all the time. And all the experiences I had with my dad, I still have them in my memory.
Sorry, just to cut you off. You said when you were young, like before they got divorced. How old were you?
I was 7 years old.
7 years old. That's tough.
It was.
That's tough.
Yeah. I don't know why they got into a fight one night, and they said my dad was cheating on my mom, and then my dad was saying my mom was cheating on him.
So they're both kind of he said, she said, right?
Like, you know, you said what I think, or you said I'm doing this. I'm saying you did that. Well, they had a fight one night. They threw this little story that. Mom and dad were in the kitchen, and they had a ceramic bowl of fruit made of not plastic, but metal or something, or wood, and they were throwing it back, and my dad threw an apple at my mom and hit her in the head, cut her head open, and she was bleeding. And from that day forward, they never yelled, never screamed, never did nothing to each other again. and just
they knew that they had to leave each other, right?
They say it was not going to work out. You know?
Sometimes it's for the best. Like if like relationships aren't always gonna last, right?
No. Some people get married for 50 years and then have a golden anniversary. Mm-hmm. Not in my life.
I remember I remember whenever my mom and like my stepdad or should have maybe, I don't know, the average boyfriend or whatever be fighting, and I was like, when I was young, I couldn't handle it. I would like be crying because you can't. It's such a powerless thing when you're a child. Yeah. It's tough to deal with. I could never. I was like very a sheltered kid. I was like very shy, reserved kind of kid.
With me, my dad and my mom and dad, I've been living with both of them when they were married, and for those few years. But every single time my mom and dad got mad at each other, you know how you yell back and forth, I would cry my eyes out, say, "Mommy, Daddy,
that's exactly how
cry. Don't yell at each other.
Yeah, stop. You're just trying to get it to stop, right? Go back to
stop being nice to each other."
Yeah, I remember that.
So we went through early years, dropped into high school after that.
Yeah, high school. How was it? High school was okay. What? This is like the 80's, right?
In 80,
fucking
80's, 3 and 4. Jeez. Those days are so forgotten, but I still remember them so much because of the clothing, the cologne even back then. If you weren't have a job in the 80's, you don't have any money. Mm-hmm. People don't have any money; they can't have fun. So, my dad. You
don't just go online. You can't go online on in the 80's and make some money off of Bitcoin. Yeah. There's no Bitcoin.
Back then, there was a pyramid scams going on back then.
A lot of the.
I lost $200 to a friend of mine.
What kind of pyramid scams did they have back then?
It was called the pyramid
scheme. Yeah.
It was like a triangle with a temple. And you put some money in here, and by the time you reach there, you should have your money back and lots more. Yeah. But it went from there, and it just died. And the cops the police found out about it, or the government. Yeah. And I gave my friend Troy $200 to put me down for the pyramid. And I went back a couple of days later. I went back to see him how it's going. He goes, we got busted. We can't do this anymore. So I lost my $200 and never talked to him again. Yeah.
I seen a joke on the internet. They said, "Hey, invest with me like $400."
Oh yeah.
And but it was like, it's not a pyramid scheme. We're just gonna be selling crack, because that's a little more. That's a little more fucking. Too much. That's a little more real though. Like it's at least fucking. Well, our fucking landlord, right? He's always fucking Ricky, my landlord. He's always like trying to he's always got these weird schemes like put your money in this business and stuff. Yeah, we'll make millions. It's like, we're gonna be retired in Vancouver, man. Don't you want to? And then I go, out of every year he tells me this, when is it gonna come to?
When is it gonna launch?
Yeah, when is it gonna launch? Right?
They're saying anytime before the end of August to September, October.
Yeah, but
they didn't get on the other side.
It's always pushed back. It's always pushed back. It's always.
I'll tell you, it's on
6 months later.
6 months later. Oh, I'm sorry that they never worked out.
So like at a certain point you go, this is fucking. They're just trying to get money from people. Yeah. They prey on the people that. Like it's like the lottery, or casinos or VLTs. But we'll go back into the 80's, and you like how was it? Like the clothes are different.
The clothes are different.
Everybody's on cocaine.
Everybody's doing drugs. Weed was huge. In
acid too.
LSD, coke, and all those other drugs, date rape drugs.
Where they're experimenting, right? And was it legal? Like in a
No, it wasn't.
It was illegal in the 80's. Okay, because I wasn't born there, so
no, it was all legal until like 2000. When did we come out? 11.
2011. It was just.
When did we come out?
When the government started, it had to have been, I think, 2000.
15? 14.
Not 50. I think
there was
maybe 16 or 17.
2019, 2017. There was like a number.
It's like 2 years ago. Yeah. They just started like getting all the edibles and the pot shops going. It's just crazy. Like for they finally said, you know what? The drug war's over. Like drugs won. Drugs won because now we have to sell drugs to make some money. Yeah. Because everyone was gonna buy weed. It's weed, right? It's not. It's not fucking. It's like alcohol.
It'll never go away.
It's like alcohol. You can You can smoke a joint and be fine. You're not gonna. It's definitely not like crack or meth. And the way they categorized Schedule 1 drugs is weed was classified as bad as cocaine at certain points. If you got caught with enough weed, you'd do the jail time as a drug dealer, quote unquote. Yeah. Herbal supplement, I call it. herbal activist. But yeah, how was? Do you have any like stories and like that you fucking remember, like the
back in the 80s?
Back, yeah, like the time you lost your virginity. You want to?
Oh, that time. Yeah, I was at
okay.
I started off 84, 85. 84, 85. I had a girlfriend named Sylvia, and she had a sister named something else, right? And we decided let's go to the movie theaters. I was just a virgin, you know.
You were just a virgin.
So went to the movie theaters.
Drive-in. Fucking drive-in. They don't have drive-ins anymore.
In Transcona, they used to have the Odeon Theater back then. And my girlfriend's sister had a big boat, like a Puke Park Avenue or something, right? Mm-hmm. And me and Sylvia in the back, and sister and her boyfriend in the front. And I didn't know what the movie was about at all, because we were just like necking.
Yeah, you're just necking,
necking, getting it on. And
to
make a long story short, we both did in the back. Mm-hmm. The best thing was she was a virgin and I was a virgin, so we popped each other's cherries at the same time. There was blood and everything. But after that we partied. I'm not gonna use the F word, but we did a lot of
partying.
But one day she comes over and says my sister's boyfriend has a outdoor pool. Yeah. Called me up at 3:00 in the morning. It was a hot summer night. 3:00 in the morning. I'm sleeping. I wake up. Sylvia runs up to me and says, "George, let's go for a swim." Oh, Sylvia, it's so early. Come on, we'll have a good time. Okay, so I wake up out of bed, go there, get in the car, go to the pool, strip down, get into my trunks, have sex in the pool.
In the pool? Pool sex? How is that? I've never had pool sex.
It's hard.
It's kind of hard to thrust.
It's kind of hard to give it all in there at one time.
But you can definitely say, you can't say she's not wet though.
She's not wet. Yeah. And then after the pool, we were gonna leave, and it was her sister and her boyfriend doing it in the house. So me and Sylvia got in the back of the car and waiting for her. So we did in the back of the car again. Mm-hmm. So we had sex in the back of the car.
Car sex is fun. Car sex. Kind of you gotta fold the seats. You gotta fold the seats down. Yeah. If you have a big enough car, you can't do that in like a little Honda hatchback. Yeah, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. Or like the smart cars, you definitely can't do it. Can't have car sex in a smart car.
No, it's too small. Not even if the seats go all the way back.
Yeah, you might as well just go outside on the ground.
Yeah. How about you? How about you?
No. I was gonna say how I did fuck a girl in my car. It was actually after we stopped fucking in my car. It kind of fell off because it was like a thrilling kind of thing that we just fuck. I had this one chick that we'd always fuck in my car, and after like I fucked her on my bed, it was just like, hey man, what are you doing? This thing on? But yeah, she I remember like I fucked her in my bed, and it was just kind of like, well, I think we only had that weird connection where it was like kind of kinky to just fucking on, like we'd go on, like it was kind of like the public kind of thing because it's in a car, so it's kind of like one step removed from right out in public fucking.
Oh yeah.
But I remember you told me that story where you lost your virginity in a drive-thru, and you said it was The Shining that you were watching the movie The Shining.
It was. That's
and just as and just as you were, if you want to talk about it, you want to talk about just as like the climax of the movie and the climax of you. Remember that?
Okay, yeah, I was. We're getting it on, and we're doing it, we're watching it, and I said, wait, Sylvia, I want to see what the movie's like. So I looked at the film, and it was at the part where Jack Nicholson breaks the door down, puts a knife through the door, and says, "Here's Johnny," and that's when I came. So right after that, I remembered that like a T. And my girlfriend goes, "Who's Johnny?" I said, "Weren't you watching the movie?" What movie? I said, "Look, man, it's Jack Nicholson's on right now.
Pay attention, woman.
Pay attention. He's going to take you to school again."
Dude, that's out of the whole movie. That's probably the best.
That was the best climax
the best,
I've ever had.
The best climax because that's the most famous scene in the. Here's Johnny. Here's Georgie.
Here's Georgie. The man. He just turned into a man.
Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
What's next?
Like yeah,
like
being like, cause you weren't rich, hey? Your family wasn't rich, no, right? You said you're po
family.
Like it's not poor. But
well, my dad had a good job. He worked for CN.
Oh, he worked for the railways?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good job. But
made $500 a week.
That's good back in fucking 80s. Yeah,
that's a lot of money, right?
It's a lot of money, yeah.
But the guy wouldn't get a new apartment. My dad would not get another apartment. He had so much money. Stubborn. Said, I'm staying here all my life, and I'm gonna die here in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And well,
did he own his apartment?
He still rented.
Just rented. Okay.
It's like $200 a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wanted to stay there, and he died in the living room. My dad was he was only 58, so he.
How did he die?
He drank himself to death. Cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah.
But anyways, he he had all this money in that, and I said, George, and he goes, Dad. I said, Dad, please let's move out of here into another place. Sorry, and the place was on Archibald, and it was all tilted over for a bit.
Oh, it was like slanted,
so
losing the foundation.
When it rained in the streets, the gutters would build up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flood the building, and then in the basement, you got the sewer hole. It's all backed up, all over the
living room and shit.
In the basement.
Oh yeah, basement.
That's where my dad used to sleep, in the water bed in the basement.
An apartment?
Yeah.
An apartment basement? You guys had a basement in an apartment?
Yeah, basement, main floor, and the second floor.
Wow, that's fucking nice. It's pretty nice though.
It's 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s. It looked like just that.
Do you have the shag carpet too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, shag carpet. He had the old couches with grouses on them.
Yeah.
And then in the wall, I had a paper paper awning or something. It was like a wooded area.
Oh yeah, like one of those. I don't even know, like a divider kind of thing.
No, a paper.
Curtains.
A mirror.
Oh, a mirror.
Okay. Like a mirror. I can't remember what the name of it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, it was an old.
Did you guys had a fucking lava lamp too?
I had one on.
I was just imagining the 70s as a lava lamp. Like everybody would have a lava lamp.
Time maybe.
But yeah, it was growing up. Yeah, like I remember fucking growing up, and like my mom, she wasn't. We weren't poor. We were doing well off, but my mom was cheap. Like she was very stuck in her ways of like.
Mine too.
Like she didn't want to give me everything I've ever had. So even if she had the money and I'd go, Mom, can I get like the new toy system or Xbox or she would it always had to be like a special occasion. Like if it was a birthday, she'd buy me something nice. But then I remember a lot of birthdays I'd just get socks because she didn't want to spoil me.
Yeah.
And I think it was good because then when I moved out into River East, those kids got so spoiled. Like nowadays, now looking at them, the same fucking guys that were spoiled, they think that they deserve the world. They earned it somehow. They think so they have trouble holding down jobs and stuff like that because they never really had to work for anything. Their mom would buy it or their dad would buy them a fucking car and they go. Well, fuck, I'll crash it.
Well, yeah, you get a car after high school. You graduate, you get a car.
Get a car, yeah. And fuck, my mom couldn't do that for me.
I didn't graduate, but my mom said, get your license.
Yeah.
I tried 4 times to get my license. I failed every single time.
You failed every time?
So I gave it up.
Well, the fifth time you might have got it.
I might have, yeah. But back then, the papers were only that thin, the book, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like 2-3 times the size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's interesting. The cars back then were built to last though. Like you get into a crash with those fucking metal fucking. My mom had a Grand Marquis that my grandpa had a Grand Marquis. I remember this. This is a story. and she would always like it was my grandpa's Grand Marquis, and my grandpa, he was getting older and he was kind of senile, right? But he was still smart. Yeah. He was still very very wise. And he wasn't, if you would he knew he would call you out on bullshit, because my grandpa was a straightforward kind of guy. And he would always tell it like it is. Like if it was if there was something wrong with your order at a restaurant, he was in the restaurant industry, the service industry. He would get mad. Yeah, no worries, man. And he would say like, if his order was messed up, he would like belittle the guys. He would say, "Why the fuck is this wrong? I know I'm in the industry. You fucked up my order. Like, can we get?" He would always demand something. Yeah. For their fuck ups, right? Well, yeah. He was that type of guy.
So he backed them up whenever he had a chance, right?
I was young. Yeah.
Up, he would be there to make it right.
Make it right. Yeah, exactly. And I remember the one time my mom. She was like we went to get groceries or something with his car, and we drove. She had to do something. I don't know. I was so young at the time. I can't remember. Right. But I just remember going like, my mom took my grandpa's car. Like, I don't know, because I was scared of my grandpa. Right? You're scared when you're young, like fucking 8, 9, 10 years old or whatever. You're scared. And I remember my mom pulled into the driveway where he lived to park his car and say like, "Yeah, we just grabbed groceries or whatever. We grabbed some stuff for you." And he was waiting by the window, looking at us. He was looking at us, and he is like watching us. Into the car, get out of the car, and he was watching us. And my mom looked, and she was scared. I could tell my mom was very scared. And I remember when we went up and just talked to my grandpa, he goes like, my mom was like making these stories like, "Oh no, Dad, we weren't taking your car or whatever. That we were just in." And then my grandpa said, "Okay, whatever, Pat, whatever, daughter, I'm going to talk to your son, because, kids never really lie, right? Kids don't lie. They always tell the truth." So he pulls me aside and says, "What happened?" I go, "My mom took your car." I said it really, really, like, I was scared, because he pulls me, gets down on me. Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, I thought so." I just completely ratted my mom out at that time. Yeah, it was fucking... That was because I was like, I guess I was always, my mom taught me to do the right thing, right? And it was just funny. And I guess she was mad, but it was like kind of like, I remember he was smiling like, "Oh, that's a good boy. Like, you do the right thing, right?" Yeah. Right. You just got to tell the truth.
Do you ever get your mouth washed out with soap?
Once, I think. It was,
Irish Spring.
You remember the brand?
I remember the brand,
Irish Spring. This podcast is sponsored by
Irish Spring.
They're not paying us, but if you want to watch it. Oh, if you want to watch, yeah. Here you go, brother. Pull up. But, yeah, that's so funny. How did it? It is terrible.
What would you do if your mom heard this tonight?
Actually, I would.
She'd be happy, eh?
I would go. Fuck. I'm still telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm still about like boy.
She did take her. It was just a weird scenario, because I remember I was just scared, because it was like, "Are we allowed to take Grandpa's car?" And she just kept going like, "Oh, don't worry about it." Oh yeah. Just for a little bit. Yeah. He won't even find out. He's sleeping, but he was awake as soon as it was one of those like caught red-handed moments, so you can't lie about that.
Well, that was like me. I was taking money from my dad's wallet one time, and he caught me.
How was that?
Oh, he had money. He had a wallet like that thick in his wallet. I'm going out. I said, "Me, Dave, and Eugene, and Ziggy, we're all going to go to the bar and get drunk and have a good time." I said, "Well, with money." Oh, thanks for that. All my friends say, "What money you got?" "I got money. Don't worry about it." So my dad, every night he'd leave his wallet on the kitchen table. Yeah. He'd be downstairs sleeping on his waterbed. I walked in like that, nice and quiet. Dad, can I borrow some money? Okay. So I opened up his wallet, took like $200 out of his wallet.
Right, sorry. Just a little bit louder. I got it.
Oh, a little bit louder. Yeah, I removed about $200 from his wallet. Yeah. And he told me that the next day that he asked me where the money was, because he counted his money. I said, Dad, I just took some money to have a good time. Okay, one more time, you're out. Out
on your ass,
yeah. So I never did it again, but
that's good. Though.
That was a good night. That we had like weed, and drinks,
$200. You could do a lot with. You could do a lot.
In the 80s.
Yeah, I remember even when I was young, and my mom would give me like a $20 $20 bill, go buy me whatever, eggs and milk, or and then she just said keep the change, and I go fucking $5, you know, you go buy any candy you want at the store. Yeah, it's just back in the day, like childhood stuff.
Oh, here's a joke for you. My mom made my mom told me this joke one time. We were at Cops Garden Center in Valley Gardens one day, and my mom and I walked there to get a lottery ticket and some food, right? So we got the food, we got the lottery ticket, and went out and leaving the store. My mom knew this guy that had a big car in the parking lot and said, "Hey, Mrs. Peachak, how are you? Oh, hi, sir. Oh, I remember your name. Oh, yeah, no, I do." He said her name. He said his name, and she says, "I know you." So he goes up. She goes up. "What you been up to?" I said, "No, not much." And she goes, he asked my mom, "You into anything sexual?" I go, "Well, no, not my mom, but maybe I am." He goes, "Okay, do you wear a condom?" I said, "No." Goes, opens up, gets his...
How old were you at the time? Sorry.
I think 16.
16, yeah.
So he opened up the trunk, and there's a whole pile of condoms in there. He was a condom salesman.
He's a condom salesman. That's so weird.
He had like Trojan. He had
all the brands.
Durex, large, small, big, small, huge. Then he goes. The joke is that he was selling those condoms for. He told me a joke. Told my mom a joke. He said the joke goes like this. He goes, "What do you do with 365 used condoms?" And my mom would go, "What?" He goes, "Well, you melt them down, you make a tire, and then you call it a good year." and he gave me a few boxes for myself, and I took them on, and I used them, and
for free.
For free,
free condoms are fun.
My mom knew the guy, so he gave me. He said, "My son's into sex now. He's turning 16. You know? That's all I did in the 80s is sex.
That's so weird though, like, cause she just met him too, right? Or did she knew him?
She knew him, but you just met him. But she just met him. And he opens
up his trunk like in Pulp Fiction when he opens up the briefcase and it shines. And it starts shining, and it's like that's what was in the briefcase. It was
like gold pieces or something.
Man, that's crazy.
I know.
That is weird. Did he have sheepskin condoms? Was sheepskin a thing?
I can't remember what that was.
Sheepskin is
supposed to be very thick.
I don't believe in that. Is that like do they skin a sheep?
And it's like I don't know, like maybe like pork skin or something.
Oh man, like the sausage, the end of a instead of like the case. You know how there's like a casing around sausage?
Yeah.
Do they have? Is that what the condom is?
Don't remember.
I don't know. But yeah, fucking.
So anyways,
it was wild back in the day. Like
a lot of things happened back then, and I love to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
nowadays everything's all like what COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
everybody's waiting for their card to become in the mail.
An immunization card, yeah. It's nowadays. It's very scattered. Like, if you just watch the news, and if you just watch the news only though, like there's some people that don't have friends. I was talking to my buddy about this. Some people don't have friends nowadays. Like they don't have like.
They don't have like friends like we are here.
Yeah, like they don't have like this. They don't have like. People talking, sharing stories.
Oh yeah.
And my friend said like there's this 30-year-old girl that like she had like 5 kids or something, and she was like very like depressed, and she started spilling her life to him, and he realized like he's like, "Man, remember when you told me like some people don't have friends?" And I was like, he said, I thought you were kind of crazy. Like everybody has to kind of have friends, but I go like no one has like the friends where. Like they share everything. Like I will talk about like all of the stuff, and if I'm feeling bad or whatever, if I'm like, man, I'm thinking about random stuff that maybe people wouldn't share all the time, I'll share it with like friends that like that I'm close with, right? Yeah. But he said like, yeah, this girl had no, and she just started sharing so much stuff, and he felt like kind of like this is a little too much, like especially because he didn't know her that well,
right?
So it was kind of like, yeah, like nowadays it's like kids and especially girls growing up now it's like all like social media, and it's fake friends, I call them. Like you can kind of call them up to do things, but other than if you're not doing things, like we can sit in the back, have a smoke, and drink, and shoot the shit for hours, and we won't get bored, right? We can. Right. We've done it multiple times. We'll watch a movie or something, and we won't like. It's not like it's not the need to do something. We don't feel like, hey, we gotta go out and we gotta go to the bar or go to the casino.
We gotta go anywhere.
Yeah, we could just have fun and have
right
a few drinks, order a pizza, and just laugh. But like some people, like they go, I can't call my friend unless I'm going to the movie theater. I can't call my friend unless I gotta go ask him for a ride, or you know what I mean? Like it's like friend. I call that friends with benefits. Kind of like it's like you have to be doing something together. Like if you always have to drink with your friends, they're not really friends, right? Or if you always have to go to the bar, or you always have to go to the casino, or anything like that. I wanted to talk to you about the casino though. How was this
my favorite subject? Don't take this seriously.
Don't take this seriously. But you do like the casino, man, and it is fun. I do love it too.
I love the casino.
And it sucks now. You got to have vaccination card,
your ID, photo ID to get in.
Yeah, and they don't have any tables, nowadays.
Blackjack tables?
They don't have the tables. They don't have the people.
No people there.
What about the guy spinning the bottle? The dot.
Roulette?
Yeah, the roulette
the
thing.
Ball?
Yeah, the guy. There's no roulette guy
I
anymore.
think there is the same way we were doing it.
Okay.
Because that's still computer, right?
Because he could spin it, and maybe he has the glass. Does he?
Well, remember last time we were at McPhillips?
Yeah.
They had the glass part.
Oh yeah, and then you had to go onto the computer side.
Put your $5
you
in
can't
and put
go
your
close to
black
him.
or red.
Yeah.
And then Then you walk over there and you watch him spin the ball, and it lands on your color. You win.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They say now that the blackjack tables are open, and there's not going to be anybody, no human being, giving you the cards anymore. They're just going to be giving you a digital. The digital deal.
I always think that the digital.
I
always think they cheat you with digitally. Yeah. Because it's a computer. Yeah. So like a person, I do believe like a person's always able to. You want to smoke, man?
Sure.
Yeah. I always thank Todd. Yeah. I always truly believe that a person.
No,
I'll grab one. I believe that. I got a lighter too. I believe like a person will always. Kind of the human error, like they have a chance to mess up. Like if the dealer's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't hit myself or something like that, or like maybe they slip the ball when they're spinning it and they go I don't know, you know, like certain things, like a computer doesn't have errors. There's a lot less chance of errors. It's like 99% chance it's not gonna fail. The machine doesn't break. Except that one time. Remember there was one time I put like $200 in, and I go like, hey, I put $200 in and it didn't count. Like that was a weird scenario. I put $200 into the machine.
What, roulette?
Into that roulette machine.
Yeah.
And it didn't say that I had $200.
Oh.
So I put it in there, and it just said, okay, you're at $0 still.
So you never.
And I go, hey, you guys had the cameras, right? Can you check it? Like I put in my money.
Yeah.
And the machine didn't count.
With the money.
Like when you put in vending machine. It didn't count.
No.
And then they were cool. They're like, okay, we're really sorry, sir. We'll put it out. We'll put it back, and they put the credit.
Put the money back in your machine.
Yeah, they gave it back to me.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's good. Oh. And like for the VLT is interesting because that Joker poker. I had this. My friend was telling me the same thing about how if you play it enough times, you can win. It's statistically you need couple $100. You need like $300 or $400, right? To keep going like $1.50, $1.25 or whatever. $1.25. You keep doing max bet, and keep going.
Doubling.
I always pussy out at about $60 to $50 to $60. Like, oh, I don't want to lose this much, right? But he said if you keep going at it, you can win. Like how is
that's
like
how
you
I do it?
You do that's so. Explain the process.
Guts over glory.
Guts over glory, right?
Yeah, I would. $20 in, I'm winning 40, 80, 160, 300. I was like, oh, it's only $300. Try again. Hit the button. It's like a 2 or 3. Thank you. Hit the button. Win. 640. Now, what do you think about that?
So when you're at the Kiss, how do you feel like when you're at like because to explain a little bit the double down. Once you win your essential, the game is for people that don't know. The game is you put in $1.25, right?
That's the max
the max bet. You put in the max bet. and then it shuffles the cards, and you get 2 cards, right?
No, they give you 5 cards.
It gives you 5 cards, but your hand
but
gets...
you get to keep whatever you want.
Oh yeah, sorry. It gives 5 cards that are displayed on the screen of...
say you got a pair of 10s.
Yeah, you keep
the
the
10s,
10s.
and then get rid of the other 3 cards.
Yeah.
And you hit double down, and hits your own.
Yes.
Hits
gonna shake the camera. Yeah.
Hits your double down, and if it says, okay, you just went from your $10, then it says doubled up to $20.
Yeah.
And if
Once you win,
again, you go from $20 to $40.
But once you win, like say you get the 2, or you get the 2 pair, right? You get the 2 pair. It collects the 2 pair, and then it shuffles another card.
Yeah,
and you can get maybe another 10.
Start all over again.
Hopefully, but hopefully you get the 10, right? So the goal is you get another 10 or whatever. So you got 3 cards. It gives you 350 or whatever, right?
It gives you whatever comes
and
out.
you can it gives you the option to double down. And doubling down is now it's high card wins. Once you double down, you get the high card.
Yeah.
So if you get a king off the bat, you're laughing, right? You
yeah,
go, fuck yeah, I got a high card or a 10 or.
But the worst thing is if the dealer has a high card, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, if the dealer has a hard card, you go.
Sometimes
fuck.
you get an ace, and you'll never win. You hit an ace or a joker, and you win. But if you get if you're getting you hit your card and 5 card comes out, and there's not even 1 pair, you keep the highest card, and then you hit deal. Then the other 4 cards come out to match whatever you got with your ace. And then after the ace, if you don't win with that, you just lost $1.25.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can continuously double down until it hits the maximum, right? The maximum is.
Well, if you win, if you double down to $1,000,
it stops.
It stops right there, and they give you a ticket right away for $1,000. You can take it out, and whatever you got left, say you got 200 or 300 left. Keep playing.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't double down to 1,000 because they get scared, right? They go $500. Okay, that's enough, and I take it and I leave. But
most gamblers would go more than that.
Yeah, the people that are risking it, they risk it for the biscuit, right? I like call it. Cheers, man. And they keep going until they get to 1,000 because it's in the game that you're allowed to win. The $1,000.
You know what? You can't double out 1,000.
You can't. Oh no, because then it just get to
you. No, what it'll do is
the possibility.
Give you another $1,000 bid. The what'll happen if you say you got your $1,300 you won, they give you $1,000 on your card right away. You don't cash out, but take that $1,000 out. $300 later, play that one, win another $1,000, they give you another $1,000 ticket. And you can keep playing on whatever's left over, and you can win up to $3,000-$4,000 in one night.
Yeah.
Some people I met when I first heard about VLTs at the Legion. Like I told you about my dad and me playing pool at the Legion, right?
Yeah, a little bit. You kind of discussed that.
And
when you got the pool
when
stick.
the VLTs came in there, this guy was at the bar getting a drink, and the bartender looked and said, "George, go look at that guy. He's playing VLTs." I said, "What's wrong?" He goes, "He just doubled at $1,000."
Yeah.
I said, "What did he win?" He goes, "Yeah, he won $2,000 in less than 5 minutes."
Wait. So when you double down to $1,000,
no, what he did was he had more money in, but he won 1,000 like I just told you, and the ticket came out because you can't play anything. You can't double down at 1,000.
Yeah.
But when he took the money back, he doubled to $1,000 again.
Jeez. So he walked out with $2,000.
Almost $2,000 or more.
Yeah.
And my other friend, I was living with him one day in St. Boniface. Went to the Legion, and my friend is Jill Cote, and he had some money. I had no money, and we're playing VLTs. And I go, "Okay, Jill, this is what I'll do. You put the money in, I'll play the cards. You split the difference." And he goes, "Okay, we'll put it all in half, right?" Fucking man, I just hit the button and I got fucking all clubs.
Yeah.
Royal flush.
Jeez.
And he looked at me and goes, "What happened, George?" I go, Jill, not much. He just won $1,000. He goes, "Wow." And he go cash it in. So he gave me $500 in cash.
Jeez.
And then after that, right after that, we went to a social that same night.
Blew it all?
No. Well, I blew lots. I was drinking up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Partying, yeah. Well, man, that high is it's addictive. I when I go in there, I always think I could win more. I always if I double my money to, because it's so hard to make money.
Even $500 is a good deal. That's a good goal for what you're putting in right now.
Yeah, and I remember we'd go to the casino, and like I would be like, okay, I lost $30. George, how you doing? I'm up $600, and I go, how are you doing this? Oh, I'm just playing the game. Just playing the game, and it's science, right? It's like it's a machine that you could learn.
Yeah, you can. It's good for mathematics.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to speak about?
Mathematics, maybe not so much math, but it's like a game. It's a system that you can game.
Yeah.
Because if you know percentages of like, okay, I lose 50, it's like 50-50 kind of thing.
Kind of.
And if you keep doubling down, you can double down. Like I went to the studio, and one of my the studio engineer, he was telling me that you can do that with roulette. And this is what they'll kick you out if you do it on a table with a person in the casino. So what you do is you go in with, you have to have at least like $1,000 to do this.
Fuck.
But you get ready to spend the money, right? Yeah. You get ready to, you're gonna make money regardless. So you start with $5. You still go $5 bets. So $5, you put $5 on black or red, right? Whatever it is, it's black or red. You just do the same thing over and over and over again. So you put $5 black, right? Yeah. If you lose it, you double it down regardless. So you put in $10. Once you got $10, if you lose it again, you got $10 down, right? So you lose $10 and you do black again. And then you do $20. And then say eventually you keep losing, but then you do $20 and $40, and $40 you do $80, $80 you do $160, right? And after whatever, you'll eventually
you're
get
just leaving the money in and you're just playing what you want.
Like you if you lose it, yeah. So if you, and then you go back to $5 each time. So if you win, go back to $5. So you do $5 bets. So you'll always win, no matter what, because you're just gonna double. If you lose, you'll double down, and if you don't, you go back to the $5 and reset. And statistically, you'll never lose money because you just kept. Either you double down, and then as soon as you walk out, you're gonna walk out with an extra $5. Yeah. But mostly, if you keep winning, you're gonna keep going to get more than. You'll obviously get more than $5, but you'll play I'm making $5 each thing essentially. You're statistically proven to just get $5 each time. But he said, like, if most high rollers, they don't just go in with like a couple $100, you go in with thousands. So you'll start at 50 instead of 5. Yeah. So you'll always get the 50s, and you get 50s, put it back in your pocket, then bust out another 50. And then eventually, and then if it's not 50 and you lose, you put down 100. Yeah. And that's one of the things where they don't let you, like, it's like card counting almost. Yeah. It's a guaranteed, the way you play, you'll always walk out with $50 up at least. Yeah. And they hate that. The casinos hate when you game them because it is just a game.
It's just like playing blackjack, man.
Yeah.
The dealer
count.
I wish I had a dealer now. People are more luckier than computers.
Yeah, like computers.
It's more real. It's like you got this.
And you could talk to them, get them off of this game.
And change their way they're dealing.
I remember one time I went to the casino, right? Mm-hmm. And I was looking depressed because I was like, I want to make him feel bad. You know what I mean? I want him to make him look like I just put all my money in and I was like looking sad. Like this is the last my money, right? I wasn't. I was happy. It was I was sharking him, I guess. It's like, fuck, I counted my money and I go, fuck it. And I looked all depressed and he spun the roulette thing and he's like, you won, man. He said to me, he's like, just leave, man, just leave. And because I was up, right, and I go, thank you, because I think he spun it not my number, but it was black. I think I did black or red or whatever. Right. So he spun it on black, and I'm pretty sure because when you're spinning that thing, fucking 8 hours a day, I think they can. I think they know.
Their finger.
Yeah, I think they can spin it a certain.
Fast or slow.
If your whole job is to spin the fucking thing, you can kind of go like, okay, I'm gonna spin it on red, or I'm gonna spin it on black.
Yeah, or a third of the way, or a quick move, or a slow move, or
whichever works for them. And he goes, okay, I'm gonna put it down on here. If I put it down on here and spin it a certain way, and it goes perfectly to a color or number that they want, I think if they do that enough times, it's like. Like
you really want to play that machine,
like arrow shots. If you shoot enough arrows, you can get that target.
Bullseye.
You can, yeah. And I truly believe that a guy spinning the little bottle the little ball would be able to do it, because he did. He's like, you should leave after this. Yeah. And I walked out with like fucking $400 or something like that. Like I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Or maybe I'd put down 100 and walked out with 2 or something.
Did you ever
like that.
play $100 and have the number that you always wanted with me?
I never put $100 on. I see those guys, you know, like they put like, okay, $50 here on that number, 50, 60, 70, 80, and they put like $1,000 on the table, and they go, I'm eventually gonna hit one. Once they hit one, fucking $50 number times fucking 35, no, 36, I think. It's 36 because with the 0.
Wow, so that's like $300.
Something like that. Yeah, so the 36 times whatever 100 is 3,600. Yeah. So he may have spent thousands of dollars all across the board, but fuck, he got 3,000 back. Yeah. I think like if you put $1 on each, if you put $20 on each number, statistically, if you put $1, you got $20. You have $20 in chips. You put 20 different on 20 different numbers. You lose 20 eventually, but you're gonna like 20 out of 36 is a good odds to get one number, and then you're gonna get $36 back after you spend 20, because you're gonna lose all of them except for that one that you won. Yeah. Or the other one is the line betting. Right? My friend said if you do. There's 3 lines that you could have. So you could put 2. You put 2 down. You'll lose 2/3 of your money, but you'll gain 1.5 times back. So you end up getting about 50% of your money back. Yeah. So that's fucking. You put $200 on a line. Statistically, you have 2/3 of a chance to win, which is fairly fucking good. It's okay. And then you get back 100. Or no, you get back. You put 100. So you spend $200, and it gives you back 1/3 of your money back, which is I think $300. So you spend $200, you get back $300, right? If the math, I'm not very good at math, but that math works out. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, because it's 1/3 chance, but you double yourself down with the 2/3 of a chance. Okay. But you're gonna have to give them the $100. So. Yeah. But yeah, you do.
It's like blackjack, so it's almost even deadlier than roulette. And people go in there playing. Last time I was there, I was playing War.
Well, war? You can do war in
$5 a play shot.
In war?
In war, and if you lose,
in the casino?
You win $5.
In the casino?
Yeah,
they had that.
They had that, and by Tukey's.
Oh shit!
Not Tukey's. The loft upstairs.
Loft? Oh, okay, yeah.
And
the back room shit.
Yeah, I was playing blackjack there, and I was playing war, and I heard this. I looked over to the blackjack table. The guy jumped up and went, "Yes!"
So war, do they play it? How do they
card, same as you play as you're a kid.
Is it one hand, or is it the whole one hand? So it's like high card.
High card wins.
Fuck, man, that's intense. That's scary. Like, so the dealer gets the first card. How does it work?
No, the player gets first. Then the dealer gets second. Yeah. Then the dealer gets the third card. Then the player gets the third card, and the dealer gets the fourth card. And then sometimes you get a war going on, so you deal three.
So when they have the same card, they do the fucking. They
do the 3-card.
That's nervous. I get so nervous when that happens.
Anyways, what I was saying though, I heard this guy yelling. I looked at the bartender, the dealer. I'm sorry, and said, I said, what did he do? He goes, well, just a minute, I'll be right back. Oh, he just won $1,000.
He just won $1,000. No big deal.
He put $100 down on a bet and he won $1,000.
So it's
because he got blackjack.
On war or no? There's war.
On
blackjack. You put $100 down on blackjack. You get $1,000.
Oh shit! You good? I was gonna cross my legs.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. No, I don't know how he did it. I didn't ask. I just said, how much did you win? It was $1,000. So I said, he had to this war, man. I'm going on to play blackjack.
I think he had to have the side bets too. If you put if you put a couple of side bets down, you can get like the triples and on that. Quadruples. Yeah. Because if there's a certain side bet, it's like if the dealer, you can put a side bet on the dealer getting a blackjack. Yeah. Right. If you put a side bet in, and it's like, okay, you lost, but
you win your
fucking your money and some back because the dealer fucking blackjacked out. Yeah. Fucking, it is fun, man. It is fun to definitely do that.
I like it.
It's fun, man. Fucking, you want to talk about some sports or some movies?
Movies,
some movies, yeah.
Movies.
You seen any movies lately?
Raw.
Raw, yeah. Fucking Eddie Murphy, man.
Murphy.
Haven't seen that. Haven't seen that, man.
Purple leather jacket, purple leather pants.
He's stylish.
So rich.
Yeah, and
when he goes, the world's gonna get rocked.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll be more
He'll
popular
be missed.
than Elvis Presley.
Yeah, cause he was like a comedian rock star.
Yeah,
I don't think was he the. I wasn't born in that era, but he was the only, cause like Delirious was his first one, right? Mm-hmm. He had the red leather jacket, looking like Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
like stylish. He was I think he was the first guy to really do like costumes. Like, at least like that I've seen. I haven't really seen too much comedians.
Because most comedians are wearing suits and stuff now. Mm-hmm. Wear nice suits.
Like back in the day,
in the 80's, leather was a big thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I was in a competition with the Air Band, and I wore black leather pants.
Yeah.
I had those the things from David Lee Roth used to wear.
Like the little flaps or something. Yeah, like a strings. Yeah.
I wore that. Tight pants, so they're leather, hard to get on.
I remember I used to dress like that.
You ever have a pair of leather pants?
Not really leather, but like I had suede? Like faux leather.
Faux leather.
Suede, yeah. Some faux suede, I guess. It wasn't, I wasn't like rich, so I couldn't afford like the real stuffs, but I remember I'd take some, there came a time when I was in school, like in like grade 8 and grade 9, where I would always dress like provocatively. Like I dressed like for some reason. I always tried to imagine myself as like this superstar rapper, even though I just dressed the part, and eventually got into the role of like dressing very like I'd wear like all black jeans that look suede. So it was like jeans suede, and I'd wear like a shirt where like it's like a girl that's like half naked.
Yeah.
So I'd wear like a shirt, and it was like, and I remember a girl called me out one time, and she's like, Jeff, you always wear these like, you always have like sexy women on your shirts. What is that about? And I go, I like sexy women, like half naked women. It's just there's something to get, like, I guess people give them something to talk about. You just give them something to talk about, right? Because in school you're so like nervous all the time.
Well, back then I used to wear hammer pants.
Hammer pants?
Yeah,
the puffy go hammer MC Hammer.
And leather shoes.
Yeah.
Not high heels, just low level.
Yeah.
Low cut shoes.
Fashion's fun.
My favorite. I had one shirt. I wish I had right now to this day. I had a shirt that the girls loved. My shirt, and I was wearing.
How did it?
I was wearing black and spotted hammer pants.
Yeah.
A cotton shirt, like something like this, but it was all white with pink and black things on it. It was like the best shirt I've ever had. It looked the 80's. They just killed it in the 80's.
Yeah.
I go to the bar. Oh, hey, look, there's George. He's got that shirt on.
Yeah.
So,
and you see people like going like, look at that guy.
George,
look at him. Look at him. Yeah.
Everybody go to the same high schoolers in the neighborhood, like River East.
Mm-hmm.
Kildonan East.
Oh, you lived in River East? River East.
Kildonan East.
Okay, River East, Kildonan East, and there's Miles Mack.
Miles Mack.
Yeah.
That's the only
They were all close together, I remember, yeah. But, and then they hated each other. I remember.
We had a bad volleyball. They didn't like each other.
I want to ask you this. Was it the same? Because I remember, so I went to River East. River East was like the preppy boys.
Yeah.
Fucking Kildonan East was like the tough guys. Yeah. And Miles Mack was like the pretty girls.
Yeah.
Is it the same? Was it this kind of the same?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I remember it because like in junior high we would go, all the pretty girls went to Miles Mack, all like the bad boys went to Kildonan East, and like the guys, like the preppy boys.
The pretty boy.
Pretty boys go to River East.
Yeah. Because when I wasn't a pretty boy, I was a rock star.
Yeah.
I had like long blonde hair. I always loved David Lee Roth back then, so I was mimicking his hair.
Dude, David Lee Roth was a motherfucker though. Yeah. He was
an icon back then.
I like Steven Tyler.
Oh,
Steven Tyler was great. I really like, just because like, he's such a like he has crystals, and he has like the chakra, like all of his bands and stuff, and he was such like, I think, was he? I don't know.
And he always wore leather too.
He might have been the first guy like to put like the band. I don't know, the bandana. You know when the rock stars would put the bandana on the microphone.
Oh yeah.
And he's singing on the microphone. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to attribute him.
Go like that and bring it back with the rag.
Yeah.
He would drop like the mic and then he pick it up with the rag and go. Then he starts singing.
Sweet emotion. Yeah, like all of that was like. Or the moves like Jagger, like the Jagger, like where he's just swiveling his hips.
Yeah.
You know, simple things. It's just simple, but it gets everybody like.
Bon Jovi was huge in the 80s.
Bon Jovi? I was. What was his hits? I'm not familiar. Dead or Alive. Yeah. Blades of Glory.
Living
Addicted to Love was no,
Addicted to Love. That's someone else. Remember his name? Huh?
Live and Let Die. That was Bon Jovi.
What's that other one?
But Aerosmith did Live and Let Die. Oh no. Guns N' Roses did Live and Let Die. I like that version better. That was very rare. Can an artist do another artist's song better than
somebody?
I think they did it better.
Yeah,
than Bon Jovi. Yeah.
What time is it now?
I was listening to sorry God. I was listening to fucking Poison by
Poison.
Alice Cooper.
Poison.
Was it Alice Cooper? That girl's Poison.
That girl is Poison. That's Poison singing.
That's Poison singing.
Poison
what is
singing.
Alice Cooper? What is his famous song?
Frankenstein.
Another song?
The one's Frankenstein and 18 years ago. Go back to school. What's that one? School's out. School's out for summer.
Yeah, no, he did Poison. Poison. Remember that? That one. That girl is Poison. That was Alice Cooper, or maybe he did a version of it.
Maybe.
But I remember.
That girl is Poison. That's by Motley Crue or something.
Oh, so maybe he did a version of it.
Probably the remix.
Because I listened to it and I go, Alice Cooper. He had like a very like a raspy voice.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like those rock stars back then, they fucking can imagine them doing like so much fucking drugs now. You know.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, like to do a show, thousands of people gathered, everybody screaming your song. That is like the ultimate high, right? You're on stage, and then you get off stage, go to the hotel. You're not gonna just order some pizza and call it a night, right? No. You do drugs to get that high. Yeah. You fucking do a couple lines of coke and kept the girls coming in.
Oh, the girls be like, "I'm naked. Hi, how are you?"
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You want me? Yes, I do. You want this? Yes, I do. $20? Okay. $50? Okay.
I don't think they even. I don't think. Yeah, they were groupies.
Just because they want the real
it's
deal.
Groupies. They.
One day I screwed. Steven Tyler one day.
Yeah. I had
then years ago they couldn't get back from for saying no, he raped me or something.
Oh yeah. Once they're old and like ugly and not famous anymore, they go, you know.
I remember him. He raped me. Like those lawyers that are trying to go
and they're all just trying to take the last little bit of money they have, right? Yeah. It's like my brother, you know LMFAO?
LMFAO.
They were like party rockers in the house. They were kind of famous in like 2008. They had hits, right? But when they were really famous, my brother, my older brother, my older stepbrother, he had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend was like a hoe. His girlfriend was like sleeping with everybody, right? Oh yeah. But his girlfriend would like. He's like he told me, he's like, yeah, you know that girl, I don't even really fuck with her. Like I don't like her. I just fucking her kind of thing. And he said one time, like he's like, yeah, you know LMFAO. No, you don't know, but he told me, and I was like, yeah. He's like, she screwed Red Foo. It was like there's two guys, Red Foo and I think Sky Blue. Sky Blue was the guy, and he was like the I guess it's like fucking Hall and Oates, you know, like there's one guy that's good, and he is like kind of like just hanging on, and she screwed the hanger on her guy, and he was like, she couldn't even screw the good guy. That's what he said, and he's like, I'm gonna have to dump her. So yeah, there's a little fucking joke right there. Yeah, fucking. Yeah. Just, but I remember because they were really popular, and when they came to Winnipeg, I go, wait, she did? I remember going like, that's actually interesting. Like that's crazy. Like kind of you giggle with your friends. Yeah. You know, so fucking I knew a girl that fucking fucked a famous celebrity, right? Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's a weird thing because now it looks pathetic because you don't really. They're like one hit wonders kind of. Oh yeah. Yeah, they weren't like big. No. They were really big in like about 10, 20 years ago. You know. Yeah. Not 20, but like 2008, 2009, they were really popular. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
What?
Tell them about that lady that came up to us.
Oh yeah, you guys said that you got a knife pulled on you or something like that?
Oh, that.
What happened?
What thing? I'll tell you.
The lady that just, like, we were sitting outside having a smoke, and one lady comes up to us.
You guys had like a girl that came up to you with a knife? Asking for a smoke or something?
No, it was a couple of guys that were out back having a cigarette, and two guys are walking towards the garbage can, and they looked at us and looked at each other and said, let's go see these guys for a second. Yeah. They come over and walk in, can bum a smoke? No. Come on, man, give me a smoke.
Like they kept demanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, give me a smoke, please. I just want to smoke. I know you guys can afford it. I said, no, I can't. I only got this one. Like I had like this much left, right? So he says, give me a smoke, please. I said, get out of my face, or here, I have this. He goes, thanks. Leave. Doesn't leave yet. Goes up to Todd and goes, give me a smoke, please, man. Come on, man. I haven't done nothing to you lately. I haven't done nothing wrong. He goes, no. And I said, just Todd, give him a cigarette. And I gave him a smoke, right? Yeah. The other guy beside him pulls out a fucking knife, like this long.
Fucking long knife, not like a machete.
No, a long knife. Yeah. And pulls out, you gonna give me a cigarette now? I said, nope. I said, what do you want to cut me open just for a fucking cigarette? He goes, yep, I'll do it. I said, no, I ain't giving you a cigarette until somebody else came out at the same time and scared them off.
Yeah, like a witness, right? You're not gonna.
Like, somebody
that's
said,
good.
Listen, like Rudy came over or something.
That's God. Yeah.
That was weird.
I was talking about the girl that came.
Oh, that girl with the yellow top?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were out front, out back, and this girl, we're sitting there having a smoke in the middle of the night, around this time, maybe later on.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry to be a little bit louder because you're kind of. Yeah, I can't even hear you.
Oh,
I'm having trouble. Sorry. But yeah.
So we were in the back having a smoke, and this girl comes walking down the back lane, and she stops, looks at me and my friend over there, and comes over and she doesn't say nothing. She just came over, sat down beside Todd. She's wearing a yellow top, a nice yellow top.
Was she sexy?
She was good looking. She was a hooker.
Oh, okay.
So she sat down and had a bottle of water, and sat there and after the bottle of water, whereas like not even talking to her, we're just sitting there, and she gets up and walks away. And then a little while later, me and Ricky are going down the street, down the Higgins, down William Avenue, and then we saw her again standing on the corner there. Yeah. So she was hooking, so she's showing up for money.
So she came up and like.
She didn't say nothing to us. But she sat down there and said, he probably wanted us to say something to her. Yeah. Like, hi honey, how you doing? Or what you up to? Or what are you doing nowadays or something, right?
Usually the guys that, like the clients, they'll go, hey, you know, they'll be like, what's up, you know, kind of, and then they go, okay, come over here, you know.
Yeah, and get
real quick, right? Another one?
There was another one that came. She was walking, right? We were sitting outside.
Yeah.
Having a smoke. She was walking her by, stopped, walked towards us, and then she left.
Oh yeah, well, like we never know. Like fucking, they could be.
You know,
they need some money, right?
She looked like that fucking hooker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so many. But fucking, I seen like you know. Oh.
And like just maybe about 5 days after that incident with him and the knife, me, him and the knife.
Maybe him in the knife, yeah.
And we're in the back, and there's two guys going down the back lane.
Yeah.
Freddie was there. I
Yeah.
said, look, that guy on the right, that's the motherfucker
That pulled a knife
on me.
What happened?
Nothing.
He
They
just-
just kept walking. I said, Freddie, that's the guy. He goes, don't worry about it. He says, come over here. I'm here for you if you need me.
Yeah. This
I
is
said, no worry.
Freddie's our security guard.
Yeah, he said, don't worry about it. He comes back, I'll be here. If he's not, he just kept walking, never came back.
Freddie's a good guy, man. He does the right thing.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy, but it's weird when I see him like being in authority, and even Strider too. Strider, it's like they have to get serious, right? Because this is fucking downtown.
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit. They see a lot of bullshit. They'll day in day out. They're
see
looking
bullshit.
out
for our safety.
Yeah, for sure. They're just trying to make sure that no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
Which is good. So it's weird. Like I see them like sometimes just roughing, like getting guys and forcing them out and stuff like that. But yeah, there's so much fucking bullshit in this area. I remember I was walking by the library, right?
Yeah.
And there was this. I was playing Pokemon Go, and you probably don't know Pokemon Go, but it's one of those things where you have to go somewhere and like catch Pokemon, or you go. The library had like a gym, so I was battling. I was doing gym battles.
Okay. At the library.
Like at the library, but on the phone.
Okay.
With Pokemon.
Okay.
So I was playing this game Pokemon, right? And there's this guy, and he was like fucking like no shirt. You know, I don't know, tattoos or something. And he was like, I don't know if he was selling drugs because he had a backpack, and he was like, you know, looking all gangster or whatever. And I'm like, oh god, I'm probably gonna have problems because I'm fucking playing the game, and I'm sitting here for like 10 minutes playing the game. And the guy comes up to me and he's like, what are you doing on your phone? Like fucking, and I guess maybe he didn't have a shirt on. He did have a shirt on because I remember he lifted up his shirt and there was like a little fucking bottle of pepper spray. He's like, I'm gonna fucking spray you, bro. Like, why are you fucking here and shit like that? And I go, bro, I'm playing Pokemon, bro. Like, he's like, oh, you on your phone, like, calling the cops or something, like, on me and shit? He's like, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna try to look, I'm playing fucking Pokemon, bro. You want to spray me for a guy fucking playing video games?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, get out of here. He's like, oh, that's cool, man. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, I thought you were gangster. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be a gangster in that moment. I'm not gonna get pepper sprayed because I'm playing video games.
Yeah.
If you think like, and I just told him, I'm like, dude, whatever, I'll leave, bro. Like, fuck. Finished up my game and left, man. It was like he was gonna spray me over thinking that I was like on my phone, and I guess he was paranoid, so he was fucking selling something, right? Yeah. It's fucking like nowadays. Or and then remember I told you that one time fucking driving middle of the day, dude, and this is school. This is like a Wednesday, man. School's still in session. Fucking kids playing on the playground. It was like just when school was about to end. Fucking the guys shooting up like right in the on that like the fire department has that little fire department ledge, like it's like a sign, and it's kind of like a built in stone into the ground. He's sitting there shooting up. I don't know what he was shooting up, but he's fucking middle of the day at like 12 o'clock at lunch, noon, just shooting up. And I go, right next to the fire department in our neighborhood is a fucking school of children, like a fucking pre-K school. And I go, this is bad, man. It's getting worse. It's definitely getting worse, man.
Definitely bad.
Like, yeah, like I see so many people just passed out on the street. Like, you don't know if they're dead or not. No. And I've seen it so many times. I'm done calling fucking ambulance now because there's so many. I don't have time to fucking every single. I remember I was fucking in my car. I see if someone passed out. I go, I don't care. Like, I'm fucking just. I always see them sleeping and she was moving around or whatever. I think she's alive. But fucking then a couple of, like an Asian woman and some girl came up and started talking like, hey, are you okay? And stuff like that. And I think they called the officials or whatever. But I go, I'm just sitting here and I remember going like, oh fuck, I hope they don't think that I'm doing something like, you know, bad to her, or I did this to her. Because I was just in my car parked waiting like to do some deliveries, right? And they came up and she asked me, she's like, did you notice that girl? And I go, I didn't notice her. And she's like, really? And I go, no, fucking, I don't know. People are laying around all the time. Like, I see people passed out all the time.
Yeah.
Whether they're dead or not, I don't know. Like, it's...
Hey, George.
What?
Stuff talk.
That lady trying to commit suicide?
Oh, yeah, that girl.
Yeah, you guys were telling me about, like, there was a girl that committed suicide or
in the back lane
tried to?
a few weeks ago. She is late at night. Me and Todd, Rudy, Myrna, we're all out there, and this lady comes back yelling her face off at us at the back lane, and she goes, "Someone's trying to kill himself over here. Please, somebody phone the police." So I said, "What's going on?" And I'm looking, there's someone trying to slash their wrist.
Did she actually cut?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see that far. But the other girl came running up behind the girl at the baby care and said, "Man, if someone's killed, I'm fucking scared, man. I wish somebody would be back here to help me out." Called the cops. Merger gave me her phone. Merger said, "Okay, I'll report this in." She didn't know how to do a report, so she gave me the phone.
She didn't know how to fucking call the cops to do a report?
She got 911.
Mm-hmm.
And she got on the phone. She goes, "Yeah, I'm talking about this. Something happened just now, and I don't know how to explain it." I said, "Myrna, what are you saying to the police?" She goes, "I don't know what they want to hear." So I said, "Give me the phone." Got the phone. I said, "Hi, my name is..." I didn't give my name.
My name is... Don't worry about my name.
Shady. And they were saying, "Yeah, I told her that there's a lady trying to commit suicide in the back lane here. Please send an ambulance or a cop car." "Okay, sir, please hang on the line till the cops get here." And they came in 5 minutes later. I said, "Yes, the police are here. Okay, thank you for your time, sir. Bye-bye."
Yeah.
Hung up the phone. There was like 3 cop cars, an ambulance, a paddy wagon. Maybe the news was there because they had the big bright lights going on.
The news always comes if there's someone trying to commit suicide.
Yeah,
right?
and she
it's a
got
good
in
story.
the ambulance. She went down Notre Dame with the lights going off down to HSC, and never heard of anything happen after that.
Man, that's a crazy. Like, there's in this neighborhood, you never know.
Kill yourself.
You never know what you're gonna get, and you never know what to expect, man. Fucking, I remember I brought my buddy, and this guy was a rapper too. I might get him on the podcast. Shouts out Javon. Fucking, his name's Fresh Prince. He's got a rapper named Fresh Prince. Yeah, nice. He's fucking funny. But I remember we were like taking photos, like just trying to look cool. Like we're like, yeah, let's just take some cool photos on the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
So we were taking photos, and then we heard a lot of yelling. We go, fucking yelling for like 15-20 minutes, and we go, what's going on? And he was looking, and we seen these guys, right? They were like fighting by like the Balmoral spot, just that little parking, that little park spot, just before the vendor, like that area.
Yeah. And
he was there was guys like violently, like a guy in a wheelchair, and I remember when we were watching it, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? And then some guys were like, these younger guys were beating up these older guys, and they're just beating the shit out of them. And we go, dude, like we looked at each other, and it was like, this is the time, like we got to do something like this. We can't. What we're gonna call the cops, and they're gonna take 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah, and then by the time they do that, people are gone.
So we made the action, and I kind of was leading it, I guess. I said, like, I'm gonna do something. I ran all the way down the stairs, ran down there, and I'm like, he's coming with me, my buddy. And then we get there, we get to the spot. By the time we get there, because it was like a fucking 5-minute jog down there. It was pretty from the top of the building, but it felt like really intense. And fucking by the time we get there, the guy, like, because it was 2 guys that looked like they were in a wheelchair. They didn't have I think one was an amputee. So the guy that was beating them up, he took he took his fucking wheelchair and was like hitting him in the head with the wheelchair, right? And we go, fucking, I ran up to him, I pushed him away. I go, fucking, I tossed the wheelchair out of his hands, like he's using it as a weapon. So I'm like, maybe broke his wheelchair, I don't know. But he fucking, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What drug? I see needles on the ground. Maybe he was a drug dealer or something. I go, dude, you're gonna fucking kill him over what? Some fucking drugs, dude? Like, what are you doing? Oh, you didn't pay me. He was like saying, you didn't fucking pay me. This isn't, you get out of here. It's not your concern. I go, bro, we're gonna call the cops, bro. And if you want to fight someone, fight. I was like, yo, you fight me. He's in a wheelchair and you're beating him up. and whatever. If he didn't pay you for drugs, bro, I don't have to fucking kill him for whatever. What, $20, $100, whatever you lose, you're gonna catch a body for that. I told him, and he's like, oh, fuck you and this and that, and I'm like, bro, I'm on the phone with the police right now, bro. They're coming. I dialed 911 and whatever. And then he fucking ran away, and I asked the guys, and they're like, they're like, I don't even think they felt appreciative though, the guys that were, because they were just like, they were like, we gotta go, because they had the needles and everything,
right?
All like there was needles scattered around. I remember, I remember I cracked I think I did crack the, or no, I don't think I did crack the needle. My brother said you should just smash the needles. It's because like they don't need that bullshit. No. They don't need like those drugs, heroin. Yeah,
that's
you
bad.
just crack them. He said when you see the drugs, you just flush them, because the cops come. When the cops do come, they go, it's your drugs, so it's not, And I go, yeah, but I remember on the phone, and the cops are so hard to like talk to, because I remember trying to describe it. Adrenaline's going, right? Because I've never been in a situation like that, and I was fucking nervous. I was scared. After all of the adrenaline happened, I was like, fuck, man, he could have if he had a knife or something, he could have stabbed me or something, right? But good thing he ran away and shit like that. Yeah. But I was like talking to the police, and it's like, where was it? I go, just behind the Balmoral. Okay, where specifically? Parking lot, I don't know. What geographical positions? I don't know the longitude and latitude. And they're like, what is your name? What is your thing? And I go, I'm not going to give you guys my name or anything, because you could, whatever, I might be liable or something.
Right.
So I go, I just seen needles and this shit, and I was fucking, and then I ended up crying, because I was like, it's sad to see a guy in a wheelchair with his own exactly, a guy in his own wheelchair getting beaten with the fucking wheelchair. You need here you go, brother.
You want to call us tonight?
Yeah, just one more story, because I don't want to end on a fucking sad. That was kind of sad, yeah. But it was I did the right thing, right? Like did the best thing I could do is save. I did feel like I tell my friend, I say, that time, we saved lives, and we saved lives that day. And he goes, you did that. You did all of that work. That's what he told me.
Your friend never did nothing?
He was there to help me, to back up, but we were scared, man. We were like, because we weren't. I'm not like really a fighter or anything like that. But in certain moments, I try to stop things from escalating, right? But it was like, I was like, I did what my instinct was. My instinct kicked in at that time, just to say, I don't want to see a person fucking get beat to death. Like no one does.
It's like that guy with the sniff rag on Main Street in Higgins.
And
he's just sitting there in the corner, just going, and you see him open his eyes, bugging out of his head. I said to Ricky, that guy's fucking stoned on something.
Stoned out of his mind. The fucking paint thinner, right?
Right.
Yeah. We'll end on a funny note. Sure. Well, no, not really a funny note, but remember you were telling me like that time you bought shitty Coke or whatever? You were trying to buy Coke? Yeah. So just explain.
So I was at the bar one day. I was at the Canadian.
How old were you?
I was like 18.
18, okay. So you're doing Coke you're doing Coke at that time?
At 18,
yeah.
I was at the Canada Inn on McPhillips.
Yeah.
And I was in there having a good time, drinking with my buddies, having some Blue Club beer, having a few drinks, and we stayed till like maybe midnight, 1 o'clock. Left the building. Friends went to go to the car. I said, I'll meet you right there. I'm just going to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, came out, and they were gone. They were in the car, and I said, I'll be right there. And this guy honks his horn and rolls down the window and said, hey, bro, you want some blow? I said, what? Do you want some blow? I said, no, I don't know what that is. Come on in.
Don't know what blow is?
Get in the car, and I go, what are you trying to sell here? He goes, well, man, for $100, I'll give you cocaine. How would you like that? I said, okay, I never tried before. Is it a good high? I asked, he goes, sure. So I said, here's your 100. Gives me the aluminum foil. Go back to the car with my friends. I'm in the back seat. Go, hey guys, you know what? I splurged on this. And he goes, what'd you get, George? I said, I bought some Coke. He goes, no way, you got Coke? I said, yeah, here it is. I opened it up, and he said, George, that's crack cocaine.
You got crack cocaine,
Crack cocaine. And you got ripped. You know what he said? George, you could have had a 24 case of beer, 2 grams of weed, 3 packs of cigarettes, and more to spend on food.
Yeah.
Because I had $100 back then. $100 went a long way.
Oh yeah, it still does kind of.
Oh, yeah.
$100 will
But
get you
back
still
then,
pretty
a
far.
24 beer is only like $15.
Oh, okay, that's
You know,
that's
and
a lot
grams are
farther.
still $10, so that's $30-$40 there.
And
Cigarettes are only like $7 a pack. $5
Okay, yeah.
a pack.
Pardon me. $100 would get you really far.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It lasted. That day only lasted a few minutes.
And how much coke or how much crack did he give you?
It
Like a
just
little
gave
fucking
like about
couple of
maybe
rocks?
3 or 4 rocks, 2 or 3
Oh,
rocks.
dude, he probably that's probably worth like $40. That's a 40.
I didn't know. I was
Yeah.
a dealer. I never did drugs.
Couple of
that much.
fucking rocks is like $10 a rock. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a crack dealer or
I don't
anything.
like that
but
drug. No.
you can't do much with it except fucking smoke it again.
Yeah. Well, I did coke with my friend. I did Cocoa Puffs one time.
How is
Cocoa
coke?
Puffs.
Because you also did coke and you did acid, eh?
I always did.
How is coke? I never did coke before.
Coke is just a weird.
Appreciate it, brother.
Coke is just a natural high, I guess.
It's like
You don't
it's
get
like a lot of coffee.
Your eyes open up and your senses are like peaking. And you just get really whacked.
About, and they tell people that do coke tell me, if you are really drunk and you're about to throw up and you go, oh, I'm gonna pass out, take a fucking line of cocaine and boom, I'm back to normal, sober. Let's go. Like it bounces you back like it's like it starts your heart back up again, kind of thing. But how was acid?
Well, actually, it was there in the 80s, 86.
Yeah.
I took a hit of acid with my friend, and that day we had tickets to go see the Maharaja of India for not live, but on TV.
Okay.
So we went to a bar and our banquet hall, and I dropped it about 15, 20 minutes before we got there, and I was just
one hit.
One hit, and I was just 15 minutes there. I couldn't control myself. So
What is it like?
You're just sitting down there and you just can't stop giggling. You can't stop laughing. You go, oh, you go like this and you see like 3 of them going like that.
Your hand see
like 5,
tracing
10 fingers. And they had the Maharishi on the screen, so he's in there going, chanting his East Indian way of like, in Arabic. And he was talking. I was lying there, sitting there with my friend. I couldn't stop laughing. Everybody was so serious. I'm laughing in my face. My friend's like, George, stop laughing. I can't help it. And I was so high, and I was like wasting. I got to the bar after that. A friend of mine, we're all drinking. I'm in the bar, and I'm tripping out on this shit. And there's fucking girls everywhere, and I met this girl, and I sat on my lap, and they're necking for like hours. And then I said, I gotta take a piss, so I went outside.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the bathroom, because the bathrooms in those days, you go to a bar in the bathroom, it's like shit everywhere, and you can't flush the toilet because it's
there's no cleanups.
No cleanups. So we went to the jungle gym in the back of City Lights over on Planet.
Yeah.
There's a jungle gym there, and I'm with my friend, and we were just tripping out, and he laughing at me. I was taking a piss, and I said, "Where are you pissing?" He goes, "I'm pissing in my own house right now." I was like, he goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "This is my house, man. What the hell are you doing in my house?" I thought it was at home. I thought it was at home on the.
But you're in the jungle gym?
Jungle gym.
Like a park gym, right?
Yeah, like outside,
and
a slide. And
you actually thought you were at home?
I thought I was at home taking a leak, taking a piss.
Jeez.
And that's the last memory I had from that moment.
Wow. Well, acid's fucking. I heard
that shit makes me. It was crazy because I was walking the earth like Kane from Kung Fu.
Oh yeah.
I would go take it at 5 o'clock. I wouldn't get home till like 8 in the next morning.
Jeez, it's like a 16-hour.
All my friends went home. I went for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
I'd walk from East Kildonan to North Kildonan, from North Dakota to Maples, the Maples back all the way to East Kildonan again. The big hill by Kildonan East there, the big hill by Valley Gardens.
Yeah.
I'd walk up and down there a couple times. I was just like, oh my God.
Just walking the earth like a traveler.
Yeah.
Fucking, I heard that if you take acid, you can drink as much as you want. You can drink fucking hundreds of beers.
Yes,
yeah.
you can.
That's weird.
That's the same with
and
mushrooms.
you don't even notice it. You just, mushrooms. I did that.
I can drink so much beer on mushrooms.
I did mushrooms, and I remember, But I remember the one time we were pounding back beers with my buddy, and we took a bunch of mushrooms, and I fucking chain smoked like fucking maybe 2 packs, 3 or 4 packs of fucking cigarettes, all of us. Yeah. 2 packs each.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I was so fucking smoked out from cigarettes.
Yeah.
I think I was like losing windows are closed in my place. I remember going like, fuck, I need like, went to go smoke outside. Cause it was like morning at this point. Okay. You know, when you're fucking all high on mushrooms, it takes like 4 or 8 hours or something like that. And I remember I came down and I was like, I was so high. I went to go outside. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have one more smoke just to fucking relax myself. But I need fresh air. So I went down, and I guess from the elevation, I went from the 16th floor when I lived at the 16th floor at the time. Okay. Went all the way down, and I remember there was like a guy in the thing, and I was fucking tripping. Like I was so like, from that elevation down, I was like fucking. I got really lightheaded. I put my hand on the elevator thing, and I was like, okay, the elevator's open. The guy went out, and I go, all right, take one step, and I just fucking collapsed. I blacked out for like a split second, and I fucking woke up to the fucking elevator kind of like closing in on me and on my head, and I go, what the fuck happened? Like I blacked out for like maybe 20 seconds, not even, and I just remember going like, okay, fuck, I don't need to smoke right now. Like, I gotta fucking rethink what happened. Because I thought maybe the guy that was in next to me socked me in the head or something. That's how I was, like, I lost.
That's why you thought you got knocked out, because somebody might have punched you.
But I'm pretty sure it was because I just didn't have... It was the mushrooms, maybe the drinking, and a combination of, like, smoking all the cigarettes and having, not a lot of oxygen. Not a lot of oxygen. That I needed air. Wow. So I was like fucking really scared, and that was like maybe the one time where I actually blacked out, and I didn't, because every other time I'm like wasted. I know exactly where I am at all times. I'm pretty good at that. Word. But I guess
let's just call it a night.
So that's the weekend show with Mediumjay, and I'd like to thank my guest, George. It was great, man. It was fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. It was I'll can have you back, man.
I'll be back.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll do this again. I guess we're gonna eat now.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have some Chinese food, man. Yeah. And fucking eat and fucking drink.
Finish off the bottle.
Oh yeah, cheers, buddy. Cheers, man.
Cheers
to a good podcast, man.
Yeah, I actually did good. Huh? I actually did something.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there you go, man. I
wasn't nervous or nothing.
You weren't. Yeah,
you went with the flow.
Once you forget that the recording, because once we get into the stories, I like just discussing it. It's fucking fun, man. Talking about life in the 80's, man. It's interesting. I love hearing like shit, because I wasn't born then. No. So it's like it's a piece.
I can tell you what I used to go through, and then you tell me the new way of going into something.
Yeah.
Because you were born only 27 years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. And and for the like, the fans or whatever, people listening, and they can learn something.
Yeah. And I'll say, hey George, man, I thought of you earlier today. I saw your podcast, and it was really nice.
Yeah, you could show this to your friends, man. Yeah. And maybe Ricky, shady ass landlord. Well, hey, watch this. When he asks me for rent next time, I'm just gonna say, here, watch this podcast for a little bit. I like it. But okay. Sorry to cut you off. But my so we had the weekend show with XLG. People think like, I made an apology. I seen him today. I seen XLG this morning. Went and delivered to his spot, because I always deliver to his where he works at, and we kind of hashed things over, right? Me and him were fighting. My co-host, we ended up fighting, so that it eventually turned into me and him splitting ways. But I seen him today, and it turned out like he was just more busy. His schedule didn't really align with what was going on, and it was kind of over-exaggerated fighting that we had, and we kind of hashed things over. So he'll definitely be on the podcast later on. We did kind of apologize to each other, and we were men about it. So it feels good. It feels good to have that thing where it's like, we're not women. You know how women go like, oh, I hate that bitch, and it's like they're still friends and shit, and they let it like never really settle and never talk about it.
Same with my friends at school. Like all my friends.
Yeah.
No matter how mad we got each other, no skin color, no nothing.
Yeah.
No matter how we hated each other, we always been friends.
Yeah.
Because some guys really liked me, but they didn't like me.
Yeah.
So one guy clunked me with a black guy, my friend Troy's son, brother,
Yeah.
O'Neill or someone's name, and we got in a little skirmish because of something. He tried to hit me with his car.
Jesus Christ. It's
Going
pretty
down
hard
from
to
the
hit.
back- from
It's
the
pretty
bar.
hard. It's pretty hard to hit somebody
Well,
with
he
a car.
was
though.
actually. I was actually walking down the back lane.
Mhm.
He was following me in his car, trying to run me over. I was going like this.
Yeah,
down
you
the
could.
street.
Yeah, you could just go. You could
Zigzag,
just go in a
zigzag.
circle, and he has to. He has to parallel.
Yeah, so he
Dude.
stopped his car. He got out, took a piece of wood from his car,
Yeah.
bang,
Hit
upside
you
the
in the
head,
head.
cut me blind over.
Jeez. But
I
you guys
love
were
the
still
guy.
friends?
He's my homeboy. He's a really good.
Were you?
friend.
You guys are still friends?
Oh, we're still friends.
Why were you fighting?
Over him trying to run me over beer, over beer and cigarettes, and maybe even drugs. I have no idea.
Yeah, some bullshit,
that was
right?
So long ago, it's hard. I
And
don't
it's
care
really
about
easy
that.
to hold a grudge like that.
Yeah.
Like some people wouldn't. If someone hit them, they go, "I'm never gonna say that he's my
Sorry.
friend or whatever." And so say sorry. They hold a grudge.
No,
Yeah,
but he was
that'll
like-
kill you.
Yeah, he was. Even now, if I saw him again, like tomorrow or something, I was like, "Hey, remember this night?"
She was crazy.
Yeah, I
right?
remember that. And he'll probably say, "You fucking deserved it, man."
Yeah,
It's like whatever, fuck, you know.
but it's not like because he was black, right?
No, he was
Oh.
from Guyana. His brother was.
He was black though. You said it.
He's Guyana.
I think that's
I think that's like Caribbean.
Caribbean,
things.
but it's black. He was black
he's
color.
black skin, yeah.
But like, imagine now, like if you would now go your whole life hating black people or something.
Yeah,
Like some
you
people,
wouldn't-
you know,
you
bad
wouldn't
things
do
happen.
that.
It's isolated incidents.
You would make it out the door if it happened. Like
Yeah.
If you're the vendor or something like that, and you saw that happen,
Yeah,
so leave the guy alone or something. Like, what's it to you? And he goes, "You're a this and I'm a that, and then you're a this and I'm a that."
yeah,
And he goes, "Okay, well, I was brought up not to fight black people because I hate the N word.
yeah,
Back then, the N word was used a lot,
yeah,
but white people didn't use it because it wasn't our text language."
yeah. Well, unless
I
unless
use it.
you're a white supremacist
Yeah,
or whatever.
unless your friends say it's okay to say it to us, you know.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like I wouldn't go up and say you're my N, just something like I'm my friend instead of an N word or something.
Yeah,
Is that the airport right there? Those blinking lights.
I think so.
I think so.
I'm not too sure. I don't know what the hell that tower is.
That's all.
It's been bugging me. I've been trying to figure it out. Fucking, I think it's the 5G fucking conspiracy theories. But yeah, okay. So that was I guess that was a weekend show with Mediumjay. And,
Thank you. Peace out. Word to
yeah.
your mother.
If you like, we got short pussies, tall
We got
pussy.
pussy. We got pussy hair. We got black pussy. We got white pussy. We got hairy pussy. We got vegetable pussy. We got apple pussy.
We got apple pie pussy.
We got apple pie pussy. We got strawberry pussy. If you don't like my pussy,
Fuck it.
that's the end of the. And that will be the end of our conversation. Have a nice day. God bless.